What's up, guys? AK with DCCTrain. Happy Halloween. We actually, in our neighbor, it's today, so kids walking and we have a small party. Here I go. If you guys using OBS for broadcast recording, I got newer version and it looks like they fix a lot, and especially Windows update. I use like repair version or something yesterday. It was a little bit scary, but I have backup everything and it's much better now. Computer is working, everything's cool. So here I go. This is ZIMO decoder right here, MX series. I'm going to take that insulation. Of course, you guys know how to do it. I'm just showing you my way. But before I tested with energy storage for a couple of days, TCS KA2, it works great. I have an identical engine already finished. But this is like small tip for you. Rather than solder these guys, I'm just twisting it and putting that shrink tubing, not applying heat, so it will be like this, but just make sure no extra, stuff touching. I blow one decoder doing that thing, the wire just from the function hit the speaker and output, and psh, done. $100. Well, but that was a while ago. I was rushing, and that's another issue. So this is mostly for beginners, I believe. So this decoder without any wires, and of course top, because it's going on right there on top of that tender, and it's made of metal, the whole thing like white metal. So I need to insulate it, and we talk about materials a little bit and tools, and this is what I'm using. And I strongly recommend to use Kapton tape, not any masking tape, electrical El Cheapo, when it's like disintegrated, that sticky stuff just going bye-bye. That's what you need to use. All right, I think I'm planning to put maybe some variety, like 5 different sizes on the website, not first priority though. And I'm using that Kester. Okay, we can move that. Kester 186 military grade flux. You need a flux to do it. This is on the website, so it just DCCTrain.com, and you go into materials and there's flux. Tap, and I'm working on the website, guys, maximum I can. So now tools. This is Tamiya, right? Yeah, this is Tamiya for plastic. Perfect. Just started some extra layers of material stuff, like works great. Swiss Army knife. I don't have any affiliation with any of these guys. Nice. It's almost like brand new. I have it for a while, but using only like occasionally. Just very nice sharp cutters at the end. Those scissors, right? Scissors. Very sharp, specifically for cutting some small areas, in small areas. X-Acto knife, and I have like 4 of them with different shape, different sharpness of the tip. Yeah, so here we go. Yeah, let's get started. So tested this fine. Very good result. I have identical locomotive with hello sir, identical locomotive with same energy storage. Works great. So let's do it. Disconnect it. Did I solder? No, I don't think so. Well, I can cut it, no problem, because this energy storage is going to those pads, blue, and this is white stripe on black, but this one ground, just gray. In the ZIMO version, in usually TCS, TCS is black, yeah. And soundtracks, I believe, is black too. So we just cut that thing here, no worries. I'm using this also for cutting wires for decade at least, and no problem. And I have regular cutters as well. It's, I think, something made in USA. Pro America, of course. Of course, Pro America. So when you need, see, they, over the years, ZIMO changed that shrink tubing different. Of course, they, I don't think so they can keep up with the same supplier. So when they selling it to Rocco, they putting like black shrink tubing. Some of them really like concrete already, like changing structure. This is kind of flexible, but you need to be very careful with taking this out. See what they did, they usually not clean. I mean, it's not big deal, it's just my very picky note. They didn't clean the soldering pads here. You see some, it's okay, no big deal. So let's carefully start it. Yeah, usually the what's the name? The Swiss Army knife, it has some advantages. Depends. So let's start from here. So if I cut the wire, I don't care really. Just very carefully. So I'm pulling up and cutting it. Just start it. Then I can use another Tamiya product. Alex, I use PLUGS plugs for storage because it should be unplugged when updating. I'm updating with the plug. Actually, when it's connected, no issues. But I guess it's just my guess again. So it was a problem a while ago when this energy storage unit. Let's get those wires. Bye bye. When this storage unit connects to the decoder, and it's different decoders like Lens, those days, I think the first of ESU, they plan to do it. They designing in the software, but sometimes it didn't work. I think it's with TCS as well, but now it's kind of everything settled down. So this is like literally very strong, and just be careful to not mess up with any elements on the board. Yeah, some of them I'm taking those pliers and I kind of, you know, plastic, like packaging for different packaging, and you just like cut it a little bit, and it's already like very easily to rip that out. But no, not with this guy. So a little bit more work. Yeah, so that's no issue with the ZIMO. I tested with a different I can program on main, I can program update with oh, very high activity today. Yeah, this is messes up. Don't wanna damage anything. Yeah, this is hard. To cutting like this, I won't do it at all. So I'm just very carefully from here. That's possibility too, but I just have more space, empty space in this area. So let's just do it very, very careful. And that X-Acto knife, see, it's like butter. Just need to guide it. What was it? I think it was TCS. Oh boy, that shrink material. This is specifically for TCS, but I tried to open one. It was a while ago. It was very, very tough. Extremely. The plug is a good idea, my man. Yeah, no questions. Okay, success. Now you need to be very careful here with some elements. See, that's what I'm talking about. This is some stuff from they're using actually some acid, which is, I smell it and I'm not like happy camper with this, and maybe that is possibly some residue of that acid. Yeah, and means eventually something going on with that soldering. See, it's not shiny, it's not nice. It's not nice looking, not good. Okay, that's no problem. So I'm using this guy and my soldering gun. We need to turn it on. Means sometimes I'm using this if we're talking about tools, and yeah, this Weller, or usually that's my everyday. But if I need a like small work, especially soldering these wires back, because the wires going through that tender hole, two actually different holes, and then I'm just soldering with that gun. But we'll use a big one, no biggie. Temperature 530, 550, no problem. Now that caster, that's what you need also. Flux, not something, yeah, it has like core inside with, but it's mostly like for cleaning your soldering gun, and just a little bit gives you some help. Okay, so we'll use this. I specifically kind of make that spring inside of that alligator clip a little bit loose, so it's not like getting super, see, but for me it's perfect. Okay, I have diagrams, so I don't care about the wires right now. I'll definitely store them, but ZIMO using violet, that color for speakers output. So everything was fine with the 8-pin plug. Small discussion about it. So 8-pin plug has a not almost no, the 8-pin plug is standardized, like standard between manufacturers, but after that it just went absolutely crazy. In that 8-pin plug, when we're going to GST plug, some manufacturers using brown wire for function 2 output, auxiliary output 2, and some of them using violet, brown and violet, yeah, and that start messing up. Okay, so if you soldering, like desoldering or whatever English word for it, means I'm not using any, and I don't have it, any, but I'm not fixing like phones, which is I can, but it's not really fun for me. Like desoldering, those special things suck out, I don't need it. Means when I learn how to solder, we don't have all those tools. but we have flux, and I made my flux myself for myself for me. Okay, so those boards. Oh, I just shorted both. No biggie. I clean it. Usually I'm using brush with alcohol, like scrape that thing, or oh boy, don't want to go out. Yep, higher temperature is good. You can solder up to like 30 times to average board. If it's some, not sure where they made. But yeah, you can resolder. Actually, ZIMO decoder body, I solder maybe. I did experiment with their energy storage and different energy storage devices. Boy, I solder probably like 50 times, no problem. Then you're just doing like this, clean it. I'm holding my right hand with my left hand and just make it very nice. Okay, let's see the back. Oh, need to take those guys out. Oh, I got some sticky stuff. No biggie. Can clean it. Okay, nice. Because I put the flux. If without flux, it will be mess. Promise you guys. Okay, then we'll just clean it here real quick. Then I clean the decoder, all these areas. Just do it quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, I don't need an extra layer of the solder. Do this here, here, and just need to clean this mess. Here we go. Perfecto. Right here. All right. Let's get some paper down real quick and get it done. Also, I'm using like a spray bottle for the alcohol, and that's whatever, 91, I believe, percent. Ooh, big message. So it will sit for like few minutes because we're pretty much done. And I have that type of brush. It's not super for taking the extra solder. I use, I'm not sure, is that natural? It's some Korean, I'm not sure, like maybe it's natural. So but I have for scrape that with like natural brush. Okay, let me, when it's sitting here, let's put a little bit more. See, it's changing color to like yellowish, which is that flux. Okay, shiny is not an instrument to see the quality of soldering, because it depends on the type of flux. You could buy very expensive latest generation of non-toxic German flux and it would be not shine. Yeah, that's fine. Well, for this soldering of wires, you definitely do not need a suction tool, but you need it to work with some components. Exactly. I think we're done here pretty much. There's only 2 pads here. Yeah, it means taking those wires, but means if if still very small, actually I have an issue still here. Yeah, maybe you can use it. I don't have it at all. Ooh, I don't have it. About 10 years ago, I thought I'm going to open extra small business for repairs. Hey, come on. Like phone repairs, electronics repairs, but nah, not for me. Oh boy. Theoretically, you can use that suction tool, but no, done. This is perfect here. Okay, let's put some more. And we're done. I'm not sure about shiny thing, Alex. Means it's I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not arguing, I'm just it doesn't matter what kind of flux you're using, it's a solder, right? If you're using like solder with some silver components, usually it's not shiny at all. But if regular solder and it's oh boy, it's a little bit messy. Let's use this side. If the temperature definitely, this is a little bit high right now, 550, but for this job is just perfectly fine. Okay, done. Ta-da! All right, guys, I hope I will finish it today, because this is like a couple of more steps. The most time I spend on lights for those locomotives. Okay, that is fabric into about shiny effect. That is fabric. Sorry, bro. I'm talking about different solder, not flux. Fabric. Okay, well, I have that caster on the website. You just go to DCCTrain.com and looking for in materials. I think I have on the caster. Again, maybe I'll put some Kapton tape, definitely shrink tubing, because those like big outlets selling, boy, like a mile of you don't need that much. And what else? That's it. Wish me luck for the rest of the day to complete that locomotive. All right, guys, thanks for watching, supporting business. If you'd like to support channel, join membership. It will be in description link, or Patreon. It's actually the second link. The sound you're hearing from Rocco BR95. I believe it has a smoke synchronized, but usually I'm turning it off. Let's see. Yeah, it does. I like it. All right, guys, have a good one. Who's doing Halloween today? Happy Halloween.